Hello, well welcome back to the Cat and Ferrets. Now that the winter's upon us, the cold weather's here, just going to take you through what we use for bedding for these, which personally I think is one of the best beddings. I know you can use straw, I know you can use shredded paper, and there's other stuff you can use out there, but I find this stuff to be really good. Pillow stuffing. It's like cotton wool. It's very warm. It's airy. There he has me then. It fluffs up. And it's also a lot better for the breathing problems because shavings holds a hell of a lot of dust. Imagine it, can't you? Tiny particles of dust. And when it's stirred up, it's floating all around the room. I know myself with shavings get on my chest. But with this, there's no fibres off it. There's no fibres. It's nice and warm. These love it. These absolutely love it. So other material you can use for the ferrets, for the nesting boxes, is old clothes, the likes of woolly jumpers, and what the ferrets love, they go down the sleeves and they get into the folds, and they can get in and hunker down, and as I say, inside the sleeves, inside the folds of the old clothes. Nice woolly jumpers, we've used them in the past, and we have, in this setup, we've got multiple boxes, high and low, and we've used woolly jumpers in them before today, and they're perfect. We haven't got the mess of, as I say, shavings and straw and that, and also with using some old clothes, if you like, for nesting material. They're easy to wash, you can just throw them in the wash. But when I use this stuff, to be honest with you, these are very cheap. These are only about £1.50, and you get a hell of a lot of stuff inside it. So for £1.50, it's not even bothering washing. I'll just throw this away. But with the ferrets being clean and tidy, it does last for a long time. It does last for a long time, and that's what I recommend. There's other stuff out there, as I say, shredded paper and stuff like that. But I find old clothing, this type of stuff, in this weather, suits the ferrets better because they can, as I say, they go down the sleeves, they get inside the folds, and they can get all hunkered down and snuggled in, and they're nice and cosy in there. Yeah, well, this is another piece of bedding we use. Well, I say bedding, den for the ferrets. These hang up. They're made out of material, it is, so they're quite warm anyway to start with. And again, this is the pillar insert, the stuff from what we just showed you what you have for the pillars. I put it in there, and there's Loki. He's had a lovely sleep in there. In fact, it's that warm and cosy. I feel like getting in with him myself. I get my head down. So that's another example, and here's another example of what we use. He's built for choice because sometimes he's sleeping in this one. We have this one also hanging up inside the aviary, and he just hunker right down inside it. You can't, I was going to say videodactyl inside there. We have a bag, you have one of these inside this bag, and there's another sleeping compartment. This box is roughly 12 inches square, and it's about 18 inches deep. So they get into these boxes, they hunker down, they're out of all the draft and out the cold. We have inside areas for the ferrets, and obviously there's outside areas for the ferrets. But as long as there's a good box, which is away from all the elements, where they can hunker down, where they can keep warm, you shouldn't have any problems. Yeah, so we give them multiple choices where you want to sleep. The main things to remember is, you don't want big sleeping quarters. You want really tight sleeping quarters so they can get cosy and hunker down, and they're out of the elements and out of drafts. And these are ideal, as I say, because this is just a simple sports bag. It has one of these in it, and the ferrets love getting into it and sleeping in there. They hang up. They hang up. So they've got choices where they want to sleep. They're having a bad night, they're getting fed up with one another, you can go and get their head down somewhere else. And in the wild, that's what they would be doing. Polecats, they're on the go that much, they'd be sleeping in different places the majority of the time until they've got a litter, and then they'll stay put where that litter is. But most of the time, they'll be out hunting, killing rabbits, sleeping in the burrows, next one, next one, next one. They don't specifically go and dig their own burrows. They always sleep in somebody else's, mainly what they've just killed is they sleep in there. So that's it for now with our sleeping compartments and what we do with the ferrets in the winter. And to be honest with you, these are left out in the summer as well. Just that we don't put all kinds of bedding in them. It's a bit cooler for them in the summer. So hopefully this will give you some tips and tricks on how to keep your ferrets warm in the winter months.